people are now trying to sort of implant their ideas via the church. And it was actually Margaret Sanger who you can go look up and read what she wrote. She was the founder of Planned Parenthood, and she had developed this strategy to go to the churches to tell them to teach people that abortion was a choice and it was their reproductive right. And she said, the black people really believe in their ministers. She wrote this in a letter. You can go read it today. And she said, we can never let it get out that we want to exterminate the black race. But they have a lot of faith in the ministry. So let's go through the churches to get this idea out there. So we have to be very careful. We have to make sure the church is always protected and the ideas are.
Welcome to Sunny's Teachable Moments, and I have a moment that's going to stick to you like glue and make you just as nauseated. You know that double P place that they keep trying to close down and fight to close down in underserviced areas? Even I went to one when I was younger, just for regular checkups, but now I understand why they wanted to have it in those areas, and now I understand why they want them out of those areas. Take a listen.
The main objectives of the Population Congress would be to apply a stern and rigid policy of sterilization and segregation to that grade of population whose progeny is already tainted, to give certain dysgenic groups in our population their choice of segregation or sterilization.
In her praise for the eugenics programs in Germany, Sanger called for the implementation of such programs in the United States, specifically targeting African Americans.
The Negro problem is one of the most complicated and important confronting America.
If any question should remain about Sanger's racist agenda, a 1939 letter she wrote to Dr. Clarence Gamble should remove all doubt.
We should hire 3 or 4 colored ministers, preferably with social service backgrounds and with engaging personalities. The most successful educational approach to the Negro is through a religious appeal. We don't want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population. And the minister is a man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach, chapter 12, verses 10 through 12, and they read, verse 10, Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Verse 11, Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped away a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. Verse 12, Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule well in teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom. This is your brother Ayashar Barazal from the Indianapolis branch of the Great Millstone, coming back at you with another lesson that is edifying to the elect body of the nation of Israel. All right, and what you just saw was a couple of clips regarding Planned Parenthood and the information that is coming out about it. I actually did a video in our For Thy Violence Against Thy Brother Jacob series. I think it's installment number 5. I'll put a link to it in the description box of this video. But it's going over the history of Planned Parenthood and how it was meant to eliminate Jake. I also found a video where the same sentiment was for the Puerto Ricans as well. However, that video was not in a format that it could be downloaded and made part of this video, but I can put that link in the description box as well too. So you know that the attack was not only against the southern kingdom of Israel, it was also against the northern kingdom of Israel as well. All right, and that history involves the involvement of our people as well, other Israelites helping Margaret Sanger. One of the clips talked about getting the pastors involved, and lo and behold, who wins the first Margaret Sanger Award? The renowned Martin Luther King Jr. himself. He won it in 1966, the Margaret Sanger Award. And it's clear in that video and in the history of Planned Parenthood of what her aim was. All right. But he won the award from her. The award named after her, which, is very, 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 very telling with respect to where this is going. All right. And also in the clip, you saw a quote from Lyndon B. Johnson, pretty much saying that he will have these niggers voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Now, it was him who signed the Civil Rights Act in 1965, and here we are in 2020, almost 2025, and the heck, of that 200 years, he's 60 years in, and what he's pretty much said was true. You got a lot of jakes out there that are continually voting for a Democrat against their own interests. And the reason why I bring up that quote from Lyndon B. Johnson, as well as the history of Margaret Sanger, is because I came across this article that's going on. It's recent. It was written a couple days ago, actually on August 19th. And I'm going to put a link to this article in the description box. But I'll go ahead and read it a little bit. It's from the Chicago Tribune, and it says, Planned Parenthood offers free abortions and vasectomies at the mobile clinic near DNC. That's the Democratic National Convention, to show what is possible. And in this photograph, the subtitle reads, Marcus Anguinaga exits the Planned Parenthood Mobile Health Clinic after getting a vasectomy on August 19, 2024 in Chicago. His procedure was free. The mobile health clinic was set up less than a mile away from the Democratic National Convention at the United Center, where reproductive rights are an important topic in this year's election. Now, let's just make it plain. Jake, they don't like you. They don't like you. The majority of Jake votes Democrat with the hopes of that this party is going to help you. They're destroying you at the same time. Okay? Let that sink in. They do not like you. All right? And it all goes back. Margaret Sanger herself was an Edomite. Okay? She's in the lineage of Gates and his father. Okay? That's been proven. All right? So and we know what they want to do to us. Okay? We know what they want to do. All right? Like I said, this article is from the Chicago Tribune. I'm going to put the link in the description. You can either read this article, and then there's an option right here where you actually listen to it, save some time. All right. But yeah, That's interesting. We know what the original intent of Planned Parenthood was, and you know, ironically, they're set up, at the DNC right now. That hatred of you, Jake, is perpetual, just like it says in Amos 1:11. Okay, they have a perpetual hatred of you. All right, which goes all the way back to the beginning, Genesis 27:41. You know, where Esau said within himself, my days of my father Isaac are at hand. I'm going to slay my brother Jacob. You know, if he was successful with that, you have no 12 tribes of Israel, and they still been trying to destroy you to this day. Okay, but that's what's going on right now. All right, you're going to support these people blindly, and they are making it no secret they're trying to get rid of you by having this set up, and Jake falls for it. All right, Jake falls for it. Not only does Jake fall for it, Jake has a helping hand in it. This is something I also found. I just did a search. This is where when we do our violence against our brother Jacob videos, one of the main sites we use is called blackpass.org. And I just typed in Planned Parenthood, and a lot of articles popped up. But what you'll see here is you got a lot of Jake that held high positions. This Nakima Williams, she served as a Planned Parenthood vice president. Okay. Bill Moss, the executive director of the newly organized Planned Parenthood. Okay. Um, Alice Faye Wallaton. Okay. She was the first African American president of Planned Parenthood Federation of America. Okay. I know this lady, she was against it, very much so. All right. And then this guy here, Jesse Johnson, associate director of Planned Parenthood. So Jake, has a huge involvement in this as well too, which is going all the way back to her original intent when she got the pastors involved. All right, you saw that in that first clip. All right, so yeah, Jake, you got a lot to pay for, right along with Esau. All right, right along with Esau, because you joined with him in the demise of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai's chosen people. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 13 and verse 1, and it reads, "He that toucheth pitch shall be defiled therewith, and he that fellowship with a proud man shall be like unto him." All right, so yeah, and we know who the proud man is. Esau Edom, the wicked, the so-called white man, the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and 4. All right. The scriptures say, fellowshipping with him is like touching pitch, which is tar. Okay. And we know once you get tar on you, it is hard as hell to get off. All right. And even if you get it off, sometimes it'll take your skin with it. All right. So this says, he that hath fellowship with the proud man shall be like unto him. So which means you're going to get that same treatment. Okay. You are going to get the same judgment that he's going to get. Those spirits of vengeance, plagues, pestilences. All right. And that a famine, and that ultimate plague is the nuclear missiles. Die by nuclear fire. Okay. Because of your role in helping with the demise of Jake. All right, it's just unbelievable. After all these years with all the history that's out there, you still begging these people for help. And we know who's controlling them. They control both sides. The same people that's over there eugenicizing the Palestinians are the same people that control the Republican and the Democratic parties. You know, controlled opposition is what we call it. You know, controlled opposition. We know exactly who's running it. We know exactly who's funding it. All right, and there's no way out. There's evidence of Trump. What he said. If you don't support, you know, the state of Israel, what he's going to do. All right, deport you. Put you in jail, whatever. He's going to deal with you. All right. And then we already know how the Democrats feel about it. Heck, the candidate that's at this convention, her running mate is one, and her husband is one. So we already know what's going to happen with that. All right, but yeah, Jake, you got a hand in your own demise, which is not going to bode well for you. All right, this is a book of Proverbs, 16:5. And it reads, everyone that is proud in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. All right? What did that last scripture say? Those who fellowship with the proud man shall be like unto him. Okay? And that proud in heart, proud in the mind. You really think they're going to do something for you? No, that's not the case. All right. Though hand join in hand, he shall not be unpunished. And if you like him, that means you're going to get punished too. That's why 2/3 of our people have to go. It just doesn't make any sense. All the information that's out there, all the videos and lessons that we're doing out there, that you just won't take heed for it. So, and it's getting to the point. I noticed that I just watch stuff fly by now because of the way I see people think. No, but it's just not on my spirit. It's Lord is just keeping my mouth shut. I don't have to say anything. But that's where it is right now. All right. And it says he shall not be unpunished. So yeah, you're gonna be dealt with. All right. Running out here to help this Jake. Just all those faces on that blackpast.org site. That makes no sense. You folks are doing that. All right, absolutely no sense. But that's what it is. We've always had sellouts among our people, joining in with the heathen. We've always had that. And like I said, it doesn't matter which way you go. Jacob's trouble is coming. And there's nothing they can do to help you. All right. So if you're not with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, hey, that's too bad. I just make sure that I keep praying that the Lord don't take his spirit off of me. Because it's gonna get real bad out here. Real bad out here. And people are saying, well, you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice. Well, we do have a choice. The elect know that we have a choice. All right. Not participating in their system is a choice. All right. Acts 5:29 says that we ought to obey Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai rather than men. Okay. You can only obey him if you know what he told you to do or not to do. And what did he tell us not to do in this situation? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17, verse 15. And it reads, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose. Let me read that again. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Okay? So that right there is our scripture on not voting. Okay? And in both cases, Jake has been duped. You know, number 44, BO, you know, Obama, he is not one of us, Jake. He is not an Israelite. If anything, his last name tells you that. If your name can extend upon the shores of America, you know, most likely you're not one of us, especially in that position. You know, we know from studies that United States president has not been elected since 1932. Okay. What other national election where you can lose the popular vote and still win? Only for the POTUS. Okay. That's happened twice, you know, in my lifetime. Bush and Gore. Okay. And then Clinton and Trump, most recently. There's 3 other times before that in history. Okay. Those presidents are selected, not elected. Every vote does not count when it comes to that. And Jay can't see that, you know. And it has never worked for you. Never worked for us when some of us were in the world. It has never worked. Yet you all still run to do it. You know, what's that called? Insanity. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. What have you gotten out of this? Absolutely nothing. Okay? But once again, you are joined with them, you know. You're joined with them to bring your own demise. Because the thing is, you know, when you pull that lever, you know, they need you. They you know, deceive you with those policies. You know, like this Harris. You know, nobody's gonna thought that she was gonna approve all those policies for all those other nations, and then she get right on TV and say, you know, she's not gonna do something just for black people, so-called black people. You know, but turn around and did it for everybody else. You know, we already know where Donald stands and his people. You know, so you don't have a choice. You do not have a choice, none whatsoever. All right. This is Proverbs 17 and 15. And it reads, He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. Okay? Who justified the wicked? You so-called Jakes, you know, that's into that Planned Parenthood and into this these elections and stuff. Okay? They are the wicked, period. Okay? And he that condemneth the just, you know. Primarily that's Esau Edom. But Jake, you got a hand in that too. You know, it says even they both are an abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let's get that word abomination in the blue letter. Proverbs 16 and 5. Abomination. outline of biblical usage: a disgusting thing, abomination, abominable. In ritual sense of unclean food, idols, mixed marriages. Okay. In an ethical sense of wickedness, etc. And we know, you know, like the scriptures say, Job 21 and 30, you know, the Lord has reserved, is brought the reserve. Let me just get it. I don't want to butcher it. Job 21:30. And it reads, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. Okay? That wicked is also the proud man. And what did that Sirach 13 and 1 says? Those who fellowship with the proud man or the wicked man shall be like unto him. So yeah, you're going to get the same judgment. Brought forth to the day of destruction. All right? But not only fellowshipping with him, you know, having a hand in the demise of Jake, you know, your fellow brother. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Especially, you know, serving those people who you know, that's the thing. You are the seed of your father. Okay. Obama's father is a Hamite. Okay. Some of the ones we had battles with from the very beginning. You know, going into the promised land. A lot of them. Okay. To this day. All right. Oh, what's her name? Turns out, you know, Harris, her, you know, but dad may be an Edomite. Okay. You want to call them Jamaican. Look, folks, it is your seed line that determines your nationality, not a landmass. All right? Point blank, period. You know, they would, the ones who they call African American. You know, when you find out who those land masses are named after, okay, you have two Edomites, so called white men, from two different time periods, okay, with recessive genes. It is biologically impossible, okay, for people with dominant genes to descend from them, okay. The seed of two different men from two different time periods cannot come together in the same womb and form a nation of people. You know, that's just common sense. Only one sperm cell is going to get through. But Jake, you know, blinded by that by that color. You know, like we always say, all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All right. You have yeah, she wants to call herself Indian. Yeah, you got Indians just as dark as us, but they don't call us they don't call them black, do they? Nope. They don't. All right. So I'm gonna close out right here. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 5. And it reads, thus saith Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, cursed be the man that trusteth in man and maketh flesh his arm, make it, you know, man his strength. Okay. Whose heart, whose mind departeth from the Lord. Okay. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And that heart, your mind, you know, departed from the Lord. What's that? You've, not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. You know, you turn away from the Lord. First of all, in this voting process, okay, we're not supposed to do that according to Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Number one, the Lord did not choose them, like he said in that scripture. And number two, neither one of them are our kinsmen, the kinsmen of the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? That's just the way it is. Okay? They are not on your side, but you chose to make them your strength. And you're going to have the down. Like I said, cursed. You're gonna meet that curse real soon. The biggest one is that nuclear missile. You know, when Yahweh Shai returns with the host of angels with him and those chariots. Yep, yep, definitely, definitely. You turn away from the Lord. Okay, when you do that and you trust in man, worst thing to do. Okay. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying for the elect body of the nation of Israel. Once again, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of great millstone who rule well and teaching us this 100% truth. Salutations to them and my fellow Akim who labor in this truth week in and week out on the highways and byways. Also, salutations to the hopeful elect of the scattered 12 tribes of Israel, scattered to the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, also known as your Israelite foreigners, and your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. To you, I say Shalom, Kwam Yasharala. All right, we got next. Shalom.